extraordinary Merry Christmas. It's gonna start tonight, the weather will be cold, but I'm gonna be warm this winter. Couples holding hands, places to go. Seems like everyone but me is in love. Santa, can you hear me? I have been so good this year, and all I want is one thing. Tell me my true love is here. I do have another song, and I have a very popular song that I think a lot of them are gonna know.
Ooh. Good luck, everyone.
We're not gonna do Jingle Bells right now, maybe later. But it's
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Jingle Bells. No, the one that goes Jingle
Dashing through the snow.
We can take a break if we all want to sing that one. Yeah? But you have to sing really loudly. Can you do that? Can everyone do that? Can we all sing Jingle Bells really loudly?
Let's all have a karaoke
Yeah?
session.
We're
Everyone
gonna sing
together.
Dashing Through the Snow, okay? After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Hello, my goodness, what a night. My hands, especially my finger, is so cold. But we just saw the Northern Lights for the first time in Levy. Like, since we left our training, this is the first time we've seen them. And they were so beautiful. Also, I look incredibly green because I just didn't take my makeup off very well yesterday. But what happened is, let me take my bag off. In the morning, I did something called Tasters, where I was outside for quite a while, and it was very cold, and it was incredibly grey and cloudy and like a thick sky. Like I was convinced it was not going to be a clear night for a few nights. But then in the evening, as I do every evening, I was like, I'm going to check what the chances are, how it's looking for the night, because if at any point the Northern Lights are out whilst we're doing our entertainment, we are going to stop our entertainment and we're going to send everyone outside. Because we can do our entertainment another night, but we cannot switch on the lights another night. So we'd already made that a rule, like at the start of season. Whoever's on the tech desk also needs to be keeping an eye for Northern Lights on the app. And I could see that tonight had a pretty high chance. It was not meant to be very cloudy, and like the strength, or what's called the KP, was quite high. And I was like, that looks good. But it kind of kicked in around 9ish, which is usually around the time that we finish. Anyway, we ended up spending a really long time chatting to guests tonight, so we weren't ready to leave until like 10ish. And then we just had to pack up a few things when the guests left. And I was sat on my chair with my 2 bags waiting for my colleague to finish up. And we walked outside and bam, the Northern Lights were like a full arch, just an arch of green over our heads. It was unbelievable. And it was so beautiful. And I was really hesitant whether to run inside and tell the guests that we're in the lobby, or whether I just should stay outside because they might disappear in a second. But I was like, no, if the guests find out that they are outside, they're going to be fuming. So I ran inside and I was like, just in case anyone's interested, the Northern Lights are out. Which of course sparked everyone to run outside. And obviously most people weren't wearing enough layers. I'm not wearing enough layers. I'm wearing this, and my top. And that's it. And I'm only wearing jeans. I think my legs are going to be red raw. They are so sore right now. But anyway, mass exodus to outside. And I told everyone to stand a bit further back because you could see them better. And they were just so stunning. And there was a woman who was hugging me. She was so happy that I called her out. Obviously, I didn't call just her, but she was just so excited about the fact that we'd let her know that they were out. And then it was so funny because obviously a lot of people came underdressed. So they were all calling their friends or family and being like, come down, but bring me a coat. And we were all just stood there watching them. And I didn't want to leave, but I was like, I have to leave eventually. But where I am, there's less light pollution because I'm about a 20-minute walk away from the hotel. And when I got here, I can't begin to explain how beautiful the Northern Lights were. When we first saw them way back in training, it was just a really small part of the sky. When we saw them today, it was like a full arch. And at one point there were like 2 beams. It was beautiful. But when I got here, it just covered the entire sky and it was making these beautiful shapes where it was a bit brighter. And it's so annoying because like I don't want to go to bed, I want to keep standing outside, but also I'm so cold. And it's only meant to get better as well as the night goes on, like the percentage is higher. I can't see them out my window, they're facing the wrong way, but oh, it's just so beautiful. I'm gonna go out one more time. I also wasn't wearing gloves or a hat or anything. They're still there. But I'm also really sad because my camera isn't very good. It was actually better at the hotel than it was weeks ago when I had that first time. And I've been playing around with it and I'm starting to get some better pictures now back here. Because for some reason I was using night mode at the hotel and that was working really well. But here it wasn't working as well. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I have less light around. So then I went to like the pro mode and was playing around with different features. And it started to get better, but it's still not perfect. So I need to keep playing around with that. But I think I'm gonna shower, get into warm pajamas, grab a hot mug of tea, and just see where we go from there. I can't believe this. I had this on my face before and I knew you couldn't see it, but I can see the northern lights from my bedroom. I don't think you can see it though. I'm gonna see if I can switch those lights outside my room off. I doubt it, but I'm gonna try. But that's so cool. Ah!